Live video footage. This is how we started out our trip to Atlanta. Right fucking here. A ticket. Me. I started it this way.
Ooh. Stop.
I can rev it. So obviously we're not going to drive the whole way with these lights on to vlog eternally. But I might do this. That's a negative Ghost Rider. You guys are just going to have to watch in the dark. Maybe I'll boost up the light. It's like you're going to end up wrapped around a tree.
You might. The way... I'm not doing
No, you're right the way I drive sometimes, but I was like going 45 in a 35. Totally going to wrap myself around a tree that way. Bumps over the car. Is that a Hello Kitty stick on that Tacoma?
It is. With the bow and everything.
That's adorable.
Not like a hunting bow, but like a birdie bow. My mom, like, this is I love you.
Yeah.
My mom thinks this is I love you. The fucking, like, devil horns.
What? In sign language? You know sign language?
I know a little bit. My sister speaks it fluently.
Oh, yeah, because she has to go to work.
No, she's just...
Oh, she just has it for shits and giggles?
She's always done it. She's always been able to sign. But, like, when I leave...
So go ahead.
When I leave, like, the house, my mom stands and she, like, waves. And instead of singing, I love you, she's like,
devil horn, Satan.
And I get in the car and I do it back. And I'm like, rock on, Mom, rock on. She has no idea.
You're like, rock out, Mom, rock out.
Rock out. So I love you too, Mom.
Somehow me and one of the customers today at work got talking about your sister, how she's moving to El Paso, Texas. Yeah. Right? That's where she's going?
El Paso.
She's moving to El Paso to
she's going to need an Uzi to take the kids to school.
Here's what I said. I said, yeah, my girlfriend's sister's moving out to Texas. That's why we're going up to Atlanta to go see her off before she moves. And he goes, what is she doing out there? And I said, oh, she's teaching. And he goes, what? Teaching what? English? And I fucking lost it.
Local cops can't pull you over for 10 over. They can pull you over for 20 over, which they did. But 10 over is fine. Actually, 12 over is when they can pull you over. So 10 or 11 is where I usually hover.
I'll keep it at 50 right now. Because those blue and red lights in the mirror keep fucking with me. Do you see them?
Paranoia. My mom also thinks that LOL, like...
Lots of love.
She thinks it means lots of love, not laugh out loud. So she'll send me like a text and be like, you owe me $1,260.82, LOL, Mom. It's not fucking funny, Mom.
I saw one of those like
so
text,
out of it.
one of those text messages from his mom to him, from a mom to a kid, and she's like, Grandma died, LOL. And he's like, Mom, that's not funny. She's like, of course it's not funny. Why would you say that's funny? That's terrible. And he's like, LOL means laughing out loud, not lots of love. And she's like, I have to call everyone.
So like, I'm the kid that doesn't like need anything or ever ask for anything, right?
Right.
Ever. Like, I don't need anything. Like, I'm good. Like, I pay my bills, I do my thing. They're always asking, what can I do for you? And I'm like, I'm good, you know, whatever. So today I was like, hey, Mom, can I use that fucking BP card that you gave me in college that I haven't used in, like, years? Well, I gotta buy a plane ticket to El Paso, and...
So the one time you asked for something, she's like...
I've got all my money tied up in helping your sister.
She's already started bitching about it.
And I'm like... You always help her. You're always driving to see her and babysitting her children and taking time off for her. I don't ask you to take time. I ask you for a fucking tank of gas and you can't do it? She better buy me some fucking Einstein bagels while I'm home. That's all
Einstein bagels?
You don't know what Einstein bagels are?
I can't say that I do.
Oh my god, you're in for it. Like, okay, you know I took you to Barbaritos the other day?
Yes.
Like that.
Oh
like,
my gosh. Except with jizz bagels. I'm gonna come donuts.
Like, it's like a cupcakery, but for bagels. Like, they have all these delicious different kinds of bagels. And you buy a dozen of them. Actually, it's a baker's dozen, which is 13.
13.
Uh-huh. And you get different, like, types of bagels. Like, you get everything bagels, avocado cheese bagels, fucking spinach and jalapeno bagels. Like, fucking delicious bagels. And then your Baker's Dozen package comes with 2 schmears.
What is a schmear?
Okay, Einstein Brothers bagels. I mean, it totally, like, Jewish.
I was about to say, is it Jewish?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's run by Jews because they call, like, the cream cheese schmear. Which is
schmear it on.
You do schmear it on. But they ask you when you go in with your bagels, what kind of schmear do you want? You get 2 different kinds of schmear, and they have all different kinds. Like, I love the veggie. They have, like, a honey. They have salmon. My grandma likes salmon.
Yeah.
But I don't think grandma has any taste buds left because she's so fucking old.
Anything that's salty enough to, like, hit those tongues.
Mm-hmm. But there's all these fucking delicious schmears, and it's like cream cheese, but, like, on steroid delicious. Just deliciousness.
Thank you for pulling up right in front of me.
So you get this amazing bagel. You pick. I mean, it's like a wall of bagels. You pick whatever kind of fucking bagel you want. And then you get to pick a schmear to go with it. And then they slice them for you, and you take them home. And you put them in the toaster, and you put your schmear on it, and you wake up to jizz in your mouth on a bagel.
You wake up to that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a surprising, like, oh my god, there's jizz in my mouth? Or is it like, oh my god,
there's gonna be jizz in my mouth. I can't wait.
I wonder if that's why they call it schmear. Because, you know, I've always heard the term, I'm gonna schmear that bitch on.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that before?
And I'm glad you've never said it to me.
Really? I mean, I would never use it in a term other than...
But I've never heard it.
I'm
following. Okay.
I can't believe you've never heard I've smeared it on.
We're talking about some bagels here.
It's like, yeah, you just smeared it all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Schmear. Okay.
But when you say smeared it, when you say smeared it remminds me of sharding. You smeared it all over the place. We got a couple of
But my mom always has a coupon for fucking Einstein bagels. And she knows I love Einstein Brothers bagels. So she better have them waiting for me for when we wake up.
These are like the worst roads ever. I'm not happy with this. I can't believe you've never heard smeared it on.
No.
I guess maybe it's not a Jewish thing. I don't know.
I'm not Jewish.
I know. You missed a
Did
good
I ever tell you the story how, like...
Yeah, you missed a good opportunity to be Jewish. It's like you were close to being Jewish.
I could have been a Jew. I mean, that's my story. I could have been a Jew.
I mean, you don't like bacon or other pork.
Right.
That's all I got. Curly hair.
No, like... You want me to tell them the story?
Yeah, tell the story.
Since we've been talking about Jews,
Yeah, why not?
You can't leave them hanging.
No, they gotta know why you were almost Jewish.
I could have been a Jew. Okay, so... In high school, I worked at IHOP, serving up pancakes. Hey! And we were kind of just talking about pancakes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is the best segue, right? So, I was serving one day, and it was like my last table of the day, and I went up to him and I introduced myself and whatever. Hey, how you doing? And I probably had like maple syrup in my fucking hair, you know, like whatever.
Because Laura.
Because IHOP. I went home with maple syrup in places maple syrup should not be. Like every day. It's disgusting. Another reason I don't eat pancakes, which is why I don't think I said pancakes earlier, because I don't like them. I like bagels. So,
Maybe I was thinking about pancakes.
maybe you were thinking about pancakes.
I had
Do you like pancakes?
I
You
had
didn't have
pancake
to
on the
like
brain.
go home and like get maple syrup out of your curly hair. So anyway, I've got really long, really curly hair. For the viewers to like know. I mean, I don't know if they've ever seen my hair. You can't see it through my helmet. But I walk up to the table and introduce myself, and they're like, "Hey, Laura, are you a Jew? Or are you Jewish?" And I got offended because, wow, like how forward, and what are you trying to say about the Jews? And wait, what are you trying to say about me? Here come those bikes.
I know. Let's see if we can get them on camera. I really hope the camera can see them because they're covered in blue lights. Let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see them. Yeah, you can see them. You got in front of me there.
Nice.
You know, that's really loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they came up and said, are you Jewish?
Yeah, and I was like, what? No, I'm not Jewish. Like, why would you just ask someone that? I just wanted to know what you wanted to fucking drink. You know, like, now I don't even want to fucking know what you want to drink, you anti-Semite fuckers. Like, whatever. So anyways, I went home and I was sitting at the table with my mom, my sister, and my grandma. And my grandma was born in 1928. She lived in England. So she grew up during, like, the war and everything. So there's not a lot we know about it. She didn't like to talk about it. So we're sitting at the table, and I was like, this table asked me if I was a Jew today, and I was really offended. Like, why would you say that to someone? And everybody got quiet. Me and my sister were like, why did everybody get quiet? We were just having a conversation, and why did everybody shut up? And my mom said, well, your grandma used to be a Jew. And I'm like, well, I'm perplexed as fuck. And my sister goes, how do you, like, used to be a Jew? Like, that's like a lifetime thing, isn't it? And my grandma's head was hung low. And my mom said she was born a Cohen. And we're like, what the fuck's a Cohen? And my mom's like, Cohens are the high priestesses of the Jewish faith. And we were like, we could have been high priestesses? And my mom was like, no, you forget your grandma grew up during, like, the age of Hitler. So if she continued to be a Jew, you wouldn't exist. And we were like, well, that makes sense. Grandma stopped being a Jew to survive. Okay, I get it. Jewish. We're like, okay, well, thanks, Grandma. Appreciate it. But then I felt bad for going home and being offended that someone asked me if I was a Jew or one of the Jews.
I mean, like, you know, from someone who was asked if he was a gay.
Yeah, one of the gays.
It's like, no, I'm not gay, but I was offended for gays everywhere.
I was offended for Jews everywhere and curly-headed non-Jews like me everywhere.
Yeah, but, I mean, do you think that you could have fit your lifestyle to be Jewish? Like, if...
I don't know. I'd have to, like...
You'd have to cut out a lot of things.
My nose isn't nearly big enough. You have to cut that out.
I'm gonna leave it. Fuck it. I'll tell the story of they thought I was a gay.
Yeah, that's a good story. That's like when we first met.
Yeah, that was actually. That was like the
first stories you ever told me.
One of the very first ones. When I was at work, I was walking around singing It's Raining Men. Which, I mean, yeah.
Can you sing a little bit for me?
It's raining men.
I love it. One more time.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
A little bit more soul to it.
I can't get into the other part. But anyway, I was jamming out, dancing and singing, throwing the best game moves that I had, and then this really, really old lady comes up to me and goes, "Excuse me, son, are you one of the gays? Are you like?" First of all, it was blatant enough that she asked me if I was the gay. Like, are you a gay? As if it's like a specific. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like a specific group. I mean, yeah, I guess it is a specific group.
Like a clan member.
Yeah, like,
are you fucking clan?
It's like, are you part of the KKK or the gay? Are you one of the gays? So first of all, I was offended. Not because she asked if I was gay. Like, I can totally understand why people would ask me that sometimes. But I was more offended the fact that she said, "Are you a gay?" I felt offended for gays. And then I said, "Oh no, ma'am, I can understand why you would think that." Singing the song, the wonderful dance moves, the beautiful hair. I mean, it all makes sense.
The big pretty smile.
The big pretty smile. And she goes, this is what really pissed me off. She goes, "Are you sure?" Like, fuck you. I was so angry.
She wasn't sure, so she had to make sure you were sure.
Are you sure? Because I'm not sure. I am not convinced at your story.
You know, I'm going to sit down while you convince me. While you're sure.
And that's not the end of it. That's not the weird. I was like, yes, I'm sure. So she comes in the next day. Or no, I missed a part. Because she goes, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, I'm sure." And she goes, "Because my grandson," and I almost stopped listening because she's like, "My grandson, wah, 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 wah."
Charlie Brown.
She's telling me how great her grandson is and how nice he is, and he's also one of the gays. So I was like, "No, man."
Now you're offended for her grandson.
Yeah, like, what type of bitch does he have to put up with when he goes see Nana?
She probably gives him that nasty candy, like the orange and black wrapper candy that you get on Halloween that nobody eats.
You don't like the orange and black wrapper candy?
I don't like that.
No, are you
That's
talking about
the worst.
talking about like the caramely flavored ones?
The ones that like in the plain like wax paper.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking of like the orange citrus ones that are generic, and I don't know where to buy them from, but they're really good. I like those.
Okay, off track.
So I said, no, ma'am, I would not be interested in your grandson because I am not a gay. The next day, she comes in with her grandson and finds me and says, this is my grandson, blah, blah, blah. Now, not only was I embarrassed and ashamed for both of us, I realized that he wasn't my type almost instantly. If I had a type, that would not be it. He was like 6 foot something. He was pretty tall. He was tall, skinny, and lengthy. And not that he wasn't an attractive man. He was just not my style. I would prefer a shorter guy if I was gay. I don't know. Do I sound like a faggot?
No, I mean, I find females attractive, and if I were to translate that into being gay, I would probably have a type.
Right. But you know what wouldn't be your type. You just haven't met your type.
Fat.
Yeah, exactly. See, tall and skinny is not my type either.
And teeth are important.
Very much so.
Same with dudes. And I'd like my girlfriend to have big boobs, because I don't have big boobs. So I'd like to at least like...
I mean, you could use them to like lay on them and do like a pillow.
do stuff, yeah.
Is that what you play with mine?
You do have bigger boobs than me.
I do have bigger boobs than her. They're all muscle though, just so everyone knows.
So are mine!
So are hers.
I can bench press a Buick.
And not like the newer ones either, like an old Buick Regal that weighs 9,000 pounds that are made from cast iron. What's up with all these motorcycles driving so late at night?
They're not fair weather riders.
I guess not.
I suppose. And it's like the 5 minutes that it's not raining down here right now. So they're like, yes!
Just so you guys know, we left at like 12:30, got pulled over.
Yeah.
I got pulled over. I'll take responsibility for it. This is not a we thing. Filled up, and now it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're heading to Atlanta, North Atlanta, to go see her sister for a couple days.
Before she moves. Fucking border town, Texas.
Which it's a solid 5 hours away. So it's just gonna be like a solid drone of for 5 hours. But we will arrive at 5 o'clock. 5:08 a.m. And then we will sleep till about.
I love driving
2.
at night. I don't feel rushed.
No, there's no traffic either.
You don't have to worry about, I gotta avoid this fucking place. In Atlanta, I don't know if any of you guys, you YouTuber peoples, are from Atlanta or have ever been to Atlanta, but traffic's a nightmare. The only time you can drive on Atlanta roads is in the middle of the fucking night. And even then, you're taking a chance.
Because you might get fucking shot.
Yeah. So I like to, when I go see my parents, I like to drive at night